I hate cold weather. Mostly because once my feet get cold, they never really warm back up, unless they're right next to flames or in almost burning water. My joints get stiff. I feel claustrophobic in all the layers I have to wear. I can't see well. I can't move my body in the way that I want to. It feels like turning into a little stick figure waddling instead of actually walking. I hate when my nose is cold, when my hands feel like ice, and when every step feels uncertain, like the next one might send me straight onto the ground. And winter isn't just hard on my body, it's hard on my mood. The sun disappears earlier, the light feels thinner, and if I don't get enough warmth or sunlight, my motivation drops fast. Getting out of bed feels harder. Life feels heavier, and my brain starts telling me I don't want to do anything at all. Part of me wants to cocoon, to be alone, to hibernate. But another part of me misses people, misses laughter, misses being close to the ones I love. And you can't really have both. So it feels strange to start a video like this, talking about everything I hate, when this is supposed to be about love. Love is a bridge that returns us to ourselves, one connection at a time. And when love feels distant for me, it's usually not because it's gone. It's because I'm not paying attention to the things that make me feel good. Sometimes I'm not focused at all. Sometimes I'm focused on everything that feels heavy. The world, the news, the constant noise of what's wrong. I start asking those big cosmic questions. Does my life even matter? And maybe in the cosmic sense, no, not really. But in the human sense, in this moment, right now, that's where my life has meaning. And I feel that meaning most clearly through love. Love needs to be tended in order to grow. Just like the rose guardian tending her garden, even when the roses aren't blooming yet. And sometimes, especially in winter, tending love is harder. The change is subtle. You don't always notice it right away. But I've learned that if I keep tending, keep going to work, keep making art, keep spending time with my kids, keep playing pickleball, keep reading, keep reaching out to friends, I slowly find my way back to this moment, back to my own garden, back to connection with myself and the people around me. Love isn't something I wait to feel. It's something I practice, something I offer, even when it feels quiet. When love feels distant, I've noticed it's usually because my attention is scattered. Not in dramatic ways, just quietly pulled in too many directions at once. I can spend hours thinking about things I can fix, replaying conversations, worrying about the future, or holding the weight of the world like it's my responsibility to solve it. And slowly, without realizing it, I stop noticing what's actually here. The warmth of a cup in my hands, the sound of someone I love laughing in the other room, the way my body feels when I move instead of sitting still. Love doesn't appear in those moments. My attention does. And attention is an act of love. That's why tending matters, not because it guarantees a result, but because it keeps me in relationship with the present moment. Sometimes tending love looks very ordinary. It looks like showing up even when I don't feel inspired. It looks like repeating small choices again and again, trusting that something is happening beneath the surface. I don't always feel better right away, and that used to frustrate me. But now I'm learning that love doesn't rush. It doesn't demand proof. It just asks me to stay. Jelly prints are like this too. I start with outlines. I roll on layers. I add underpainting I never see again. I have to tend to the possibility of beauty without knowing exactly what it will become. And then I place the final paper on top, and I wait overnight, It's not perfect. It never is. Each print comes out unique, different, unexpected. And love is like that too. It's funny, sometimes when I'm really present, watching people move through the world, I think about how much love there is to give, how special each person is, how none of us are exactly alike, different, unexpected, still worthy of care. And in noticing that, I find myself again. Love doesn't always bloom right away. Sometimes it just asks us to stay and tend what's already here. The rose guardian feels the same emptiness I sometimes do. Not sadness exactly, just a quiet, hollow space where something used to feel full. She walks through the garden and everything looks fine from a distance. The roses are there, the house is there, the path is familiar, but something feels closed. And that's when she notices a rose that hasn't opened yet. Not broken, not dead, just not ready. Instead of forcing it, she sits down beside it. She doesn't ask it to hurry. She doesn't explain what it should be doing. She just stays. And that feels important to me because when I'm feeling empty, my instinct is usually to fix myself, distract myself, or criticize myself for not being further along. But sometimes what I actually need is to sit with myself long enough to feel what's underneath the noise. She holds the rose, and sometimes we need to be held to, not corrected, not improved, just held with care, opening ourselves up to love, especially love for ourselves. It's a choice. I can choose to look at everything I don't like about myself, all the ways I could be different, all the moments I replay and wish I'd handled better. That voice is always available, but there's another choice too. I can choose and recognize that who I am right now isn't actually all that bad. I'm layered, I'm learning, I'm still becoming. That's what mixed media feels like to me. There are a lot of moving parts. Some of them work together easily. Some of them fight each other a little. And sometimes I don't know if it's going to come together at all. But everything is allowed as long as it's guided by love, by care, and by intention. I don't have to simplify myself to be worthy of love. I don't have to be finished. Love is messy. Sometimes it arrives all at once, loud and overwhelming, like meeting someone new and realizing how much joy they bring into your life. And sometimes it's soft and quiet, like a small cat curled up on your lap, purring without asking for anything at all. Love can also be hard, especially as a parent, saying no when your kids want something, holding boundaries they don't understand yet, standing firm even when it would be easier to give in. I want my kids to believe in possibility. I want them to dream big. But I also know that love lies in protection, in guidance, in doing the hard thing when it matters. Love isn't just how we feel, it's how we show up. Sometimes we don't show up in loving ways. We're tired, we're hungry, we're overwhelmed. Winter does that to me. But love doesn't end there. We can repair, we can tend, we can water what feels dry and brittle. By being dependable, by being approachable, by being willing to try again. I don't have to get it right every time for love to keep growing. Love changes as we do. It expands with the people we meet, the seasons we live through, and the paths we take. I still carry love for everyone who's shaped me, even as I make room for what's growing now. And like the rose guardian, I'm learning that sometimes love means pruning, not to forget what's been, but to let what's blooming have space. I'm learning to trust this cycle, that when I slow down, reflect, and tend to my own inner garden, love finds its way back again and again. I chose to return to my routines, not because they're exciting, but because they're steady. When I'm scattered or overwhelmed, routine tells my body what to expect. It reminds my nervous system that it's safe. I move my body. I drink my water. I schedule time to be with people I love, and I wonder how often love is already here, waiting for me to slow down enough to notice it. Love lives in the ordinary day, like my daughter fixing my water bottle, not because I asked, but because she noticed I was rushing. She saw me. She helps me stay on time. I wonder how many moments like this pass by when I'm distracted. Love is the hug I get from my son at lunch, quick, unannounced, like he just needed to remind me he was there. Love is the way my husband gives nightly back rubs on the couch. Not dramatic, just consistent. And I wonder how often love shows up quietly without asking to be named. It's the kids in the hallway whispering my name, not because they need something important, but because they want attention, connection, acknowledgement, and I'm happy to give it to them. It's the brownie left on my desk by a coworker. No note, no explanation, just kindness. It's the text message from a friend asking to play pickleball or checking in as an accountability partner. And I wonder, if I slow down, if I stay present, how much more love I might see that was already growing all along. Of course, love also asks me to set boundaries. I have to say no to things I really want to do, like canceling a pottery class with my daughter because of snow and ice. That was disappointing. But love trusts there will be another moment. I have to say no to my energy sometimes too. Winter asks me to slow down. I'm not going for a run right now, and that's okay. I wonder how often saying no is actually an act of care and not loss. I chose marker because of its simplicity. At first, it felt limited. Just lines, just color, just one tool. But eventually, I start paying attention to how other people use it, how they build texture, how they created depth, how the same color could look completely different just by changing the direction, the pressure, or the space between the lines. I realized marker wasn't simple at all. It just helped ask me to slow down, to be intentional, to experiment instead of rushing to fill everything in. And that's when it started to feel like love. Love isn't always bold or dramatic. Sometimes it's just built line by line, moment by moment. The more attention I bring to it, the more depth I begin to see. I didn't know I could love marker like this until I stayed curious long enough to discover what it was capable of. And I wonder how often that's true with love too. How many parts of it feel flat or limited only because I haven't slowed down enough to really explore them. If I stay present, if I keep learning, if I let myself experiment without judgment. Maybe love keeps revealing more depth than I could ever expect. What matters right now is showing love in each moment of my day, noticing when love is offered to me, choosing when and how I offer love to others, intending love for myself by caring for my body, my mind, and my spirit. I don't have to rush. I don't have to live in the past or worry about the future. I can always come back and ask, how does love look in this moment? And I wonder, if I slow down enough to notice where love is growing, will it keep growing simply because I'm finally paying attention? I started this by talking about everything I hate about winter. The cold, the heaviness, the way it slows me down. And maybe that was the only place I could begin, with honesty. Because love doesn't ask us to pretend. It meets us where we are. Love feels less like an answer now and more like a bridge that keeps returning me to myself, one connection at a time. Not all at once, not perfectly, just enough to remind me that I'm here, that this moment matters, that meaning doesn't live somewhere far away. It lives in the noticing. The art didn't fix anything. It helped me pay attention to layers, to care, to small, steady acts, to the way love grows quietly when I tend it, when I stay with it, when I let it be what it is instead of what I think it should be. I'm still learning, still practicing, still returning. And maybe that's enough. Maybe love doesn't need to be proven. Maybe it just needs to be noticed. If this reflection resonated with you, I share more moments like this in my monthly newsletter. It's a quiet space for reflection, for creativity, and for staying connected to what I'm working on.